And yo, the Sports Bag Bros podcast is on. It's on a Thursday today. We're down Monday and Thursday. So today is Thursday. We're going to get into some sports. One sport in particular this time. In light of the big fight happening, the rematch between Bevo and Better BF this Saturday. Well, we couldn't have that first fight that I really wanted to watch to begin with, so we could get a little comparison, contrast, and judge those fights so that we could go into the next fight, which is the second fight this Saturday. So in lieu of that, we decided to go with Ward and Kovalev. That's right. Andre Ward and Sergey Kovalev back in 2016, they got together for a super fight. Two light heavyweights, two undefeated in their prime fighters got together, and now we're going to give our opinion on how that fight went. And like last time, what's up?
What's happening? Yeah, I remember watching this fight, and I thought Kovalev won clearly. Not that he dominated, but I didn't think there's any way that SOG won that fight. So I'm going to be interested. I didn't actually score it, though. So it's going to be interesting how my score comes out tonight.
And I'll tell you what, the way I had it, I just looked at it. The way I made my reasoning was which fighter was more of what they're known for being. Crusher being the knockout artist, didn't get a knockout. So is he really the Crusher? Or was it Andre Ward being the savvy fighter he is, being the skillful, artful fighter he is? Did he get a chance to do a lot of that? Especially in the later rounds, he did go into Kovalev's body, making some real results there. And I made my argument saying that if it was a close fight, I don't think it was a robbery. I think he might have eked it out because he was more of his own identity than Kovalev was. But that was looking at it as a whole, the entire fight as a whole, not round for round. This is my first time scoring a fight round after round.
Well, I don't think you can hold it against him because he wasn't able to knock out SOG. Is he an all-time killer? No, but he was a very good puncher. But SOG is no joke himself. I mean, he retired undefeated for a reason, even if he lost this fight. But I know Floyd lost the first Castillo fight, but he's undefeated.
And we did that fight, and we came out with the same result. See, the deal between those two is that Kovalev probably could have won that fight, and he probably did win that fight according to us. But the judges just had SOG winning the fight, and now we get a chance ourselves to just do it round for round and see what we come out with. The same way we did with Marvin Hagler and Sugar Ray Leonard a couple of months back, if not almost a year ago. We did the same thing. So we're going to just try to pull this off for people who may come in here and want to talk about that fight. I'll put the link out there for you to come in. And if you want to also score, you can do that as well. So we'll be trying to keep score and trying to keep up with the score as we do it. As we start off, and by the way, let me talk about, like I did last time, I'm not doing in between rounds because I think that could be influential for anyone who watches. They can hear the numbers and hear just the bias, Jim Lampley or whoever's being biased towards one fight or another, and they may just sway their decision. We're going to use, just like the regular judges, the judges can't go back and replay. They're just live and doing it round after round because of being live. They don't have the benefit of, wait a minute, let's hear what the punch stat numbers are. Wait a minute, let's see who the other observers are saying might have the edge if we're a little bit worried about what we're thinking. Anyways, let's get to the fight. It was 12 rounds, 2016. Ward, Kovalev won. Let's go.
The excitement you have in your stomach right now, boxing fans, is only generated by a fight like this. When the best fight the best, it is a great matchup. The question is, can it be a great fight?
Only the third time since
tell your son no basketball
rankings in the 1980s that two
right?
unbeaten fighters from the top 10 of the pound-for-pound rankings have gone against each other. For that reason and that reason alone, it's the most important fight of 2016.
And without a doubt, I can't see this fight not being a good fight. Both of these guys want to win. Both of these guys want to inflict pain on the other guy. Both of these guys want to prove that they are pound for pound the best right now today at their primes.
Opinions are split just about 50-50 as to who is going to win this fight. Ward wound up the very slight betting favorite, I think because his entire career has demonstrated that he's a truly great fighter. He's going to have to be great right now to overcome Kovalev.
And the build-up to the fight has been just fractious enough that as they get going here, neither fighter is hampered by the problem of liking the other guy.
If Paul was on, he'd be talking about stupid haircuts right now.
Yeah, right? Too damn old to have a mohawk like that.
Tactical start.
Only Mr. T look cool with
wants to be
him.
sure not to overreach early. Quick right hand lands for Ward. Ward getting a little left to the body.
The thing about Kovalev's power is it makes it such that Andre has to walk a tightrope.
Oh, you shook him.
There you see him hurt by a jab.
Two stiff jab by Kovalev knocked Ward back a few feet.
Ward controlling the round until then, and one jab seemed to shake him up.
Controlling the round.
Kovalev has one of the most powerful jabs in
I
boxing.
don't think he was
man.
controlling the round. Not much was going
Howard
on.
Hopkins says it's a power punch. It's not like other jabs.
Much more of a margin for error for Kovalev. Ward not as big a puncher.
But you know, Max, sometimes when a guy feels power,
Hard right hand by Kovalev.
he realizes that he has to throw more power in order to be able to keep up with his opponent.
Just shows you, though, Ward doing a lot of good things this round, and Kovalev only has to do one or two good things.
Stop! Let him out, let him out, let him out, let him out.
So round one, very interesting so far with 30 seconds to go. Ward has forced Kovalev into the kind of tactical confrontation he doesn't really want to have, but Kovalev has thrown the more meaningful punches of the two.
Ward trying to get inside Kovalev's power, but that is dangerous because you have to avoid those power shots on your way in.
Probably less dangerous inside of it, though, than right in punching range. Kovalev trying to...
All right, so we have round one in the books. To me, in the beginning, it looked like Andre Ward was controlling it, but I think as Max Kellerman said, Andre Ward has a lot of things to do, and Kovalev just needs a few things to do to set the tempo, and it looks like he did it. I would give that to Kovalev.
Yeah, I agree. You got to give it to a crush on that round because you shook him a little bit. And, you know, that was the most meaningful thing that happened that round.
Yep. So, yeah, you know, and Ward, I was going to say in the beginning, it's just the usual feeling out kind of round where they're just going slow, taking their time. They know they have a long fight ahead of them. At least Andre Ward figured that way. Kovalev, you think, with that type of punching power, he always feels he could be dangerous each round, and it looked like he might have tried that. So let's go into round two.
Ward is moving up from 168 to 175 as a pro, but keep in mind, he won his Olympic gold medal in 2004 in Athens in a weight class, the limit for which was 178 pounds. So he has a deep background in fighting against fighters this size. He just hasn't done it that recently. And Harold Letterman unofficially gives round one to Kovalev.
Watch your feet, watch your feet. Stop, stop.
Kovalev doing a good job nullifying Ward's attack once Ward gets inside.
And that was pretty exceptional there what he did, Max. It was kind of a good move on Kovalev's part because when Andre got in that place to where we usually see other fighters unable to punch, he locked Andre up so Andre couldn't punch either. Good jab by Andre.
Andre doing a lot of good things, but he's got to keep doing them. Kovalev's power is the great equalizer.
Use it, use it, use it.
Left hand lands for Kovalev. And again. Ward shaking his head, but Kovalev is piercing his guard and landing hard shots. Hard right hand for Kovalev. Left jab lands again. Ward is having trouble defending against Kovalev, and we've never seen him have this kind of trouble before.
Well, when the left jab lands like a straight right hand, it's a problem.
Stop.
And that's something that we never seen him have to deal with before.
Come on up. Go.
So So a small education going on early as Ward learns the difference between Kovalev and any other opponent he's faced. Power, length.
Some have likened this fight in its way to Hearns and Sugar Ray Leonard. The bigger puncher Hearns stalking.
I would never have said that.
Dynamic, more multifaceted.
They're always doing that.
Sugar Ray, who had to
trying to come with a legendary mega fight
to stop Tommy Hearns.
Oh. Whoa.
On a perfect right-hand shot. That's only the second time in Andre Ward's career that he's been knocked down. And never has he tasted thunder like that before.
And never in a fight in which he was losing it up to that point.
Kovalev wants to finish. He's going to go for it right now. And Ward needs to tackle him to blunt the assault.
Kovalev's accuracy and precision showing up, and Ward fights.
Needless to say, you already know.
Yep.
10-8 round for Kovalev.
Definitely. He's up 30-27. I mean, 2017 after 2.
After 2. And what I was thinking about, he's accurate right now, and Ward is trying to do some things. He's trying to think, and I think Max Kellerman says that he's doing a lot. I don't know if he's doing a lot. I just can't see him doing a lot. I see him trying to run his game plan. He knows that this is probably going to be a long fight if he doesn't get hit hard. But another thing about Ward, he's a natural lefty, so his jab has a little bit of fire on it too. He may not be the puncher that Kovalev is, but he does have a jab that's strong because he's a natural lefty. So that left jab, just like Oscar De La Hoya, one of these converted southpaws fighting orthodox, they're effective with their left jab and even left hook.
Yeah, he landed a couple of really good, strong jabs, but it wasn't enough to discourage Kovalev, but he did land at least 2 really good jabs.
But that 10-8 round, because of the knockdown, erased all of that. Let's go to round 3.
Off the left, there's a long way to go, maybe. If Kovalev is able to land as easily as he has in the first 2 rounds, particularly the second, maybe there's not a long way to go. Ward's got to find a way to make it a long way to go.
In the second round, Kovalev landed 11 of 26 power shots. Ward was 0 for 4. And Ward is doing more tackling and punching so far.
Not a bad idea if you're Andre.
This bullshit's got to stop. Let's stop right now, okay? I want to keep it clean. Keep it clean. Tap up. Let's go.
Try to bully the bully a little bit. And try to rough him up some way without getting into exchanges, which Ward is losing.
Kovalev has very smart feet, Max. And what I mean by that is he's not allowing Andre to fight him at that distance where everybody else usually allows Andre to fight it.
You know what else is showing up is Kovalev's activity. He looks like the sharper fighter.
He looks like the more confident fighter. He looks like the stronger fighter, and he's way more accurate with his punch.
And by activity, I don't mean in this fight. I mean in recent years.
Yes.
He's constantly in the ring, and he's sharp as a result.
12 fights over the course of the past 5 years. Ward has had 5.
Dang, 5 fights in 5 years.
Yeah. There was that injury, that shoulder injury. He came back before Edwin Rodriguez after that. And I thought it would be a tough fight. He schooled him with one hand.
Ward feeling, it looks like, as though he's going to have to weather the storm and rough Kovalev up.
No, let him up. He can't grab me, Bird.
Nice jab by Ward.
Punch so far for Andre Ward. Snaps Kovalev's head with a left hook.
It was the difference again being Kovalev can take that shot much better because Andre's not the kind of puncher that Sergey is. A shot like that from Sergey puts Andre on the canvas.
Round is on the table. Kovalev seemed to win the first 2, certainly won the second. It was a 2-point round. Last 30 seconds of the round will determine who wins this one.
Yeah, Virgil Hunter trying to get Andre Ward not to stand right there in front of Kovalev and show him a still picture. He wants Andre to go left or right and not be right there in front of him, because that right hand and that jab are very dangerous right down the pipe.
Ward trying to wrestle with Kovalev, and Kovalev manages to throw in a few little taps to the head.
I thought that was actually Sergey wrestling with Ward in that instance.
Got a bell coming.
Wow, that was a pretty much nothing round. I thought that Andre Ward would kind of come out with a little bit of sense of urgency since he knows he's definitively behind, especially with the 10-8 round from the second round.
Yeah, Kovalev had that little flurry but early in the round, and then SOG landed the jab, and I think he threw a hook. But other than that, I mean, what else happened?
Yeah, nothing really happened.
Kind of a close round, but I think Kovalev's flurry was more effective than his two-punch.
That's exactly what I was going to say, because everything he does is going to be more effective when it lands. It doesn't even have to look flashy. It just has to land because he's so damn strong. And it seems like when he does get a hit, even when it looks like a glancing blow, Andre Ward responds to it like it affects him. So that'll be another 10-9 round.
10-9, right. So
Yeah.
I got it 30-26 after
30-26.
3. He's down 4 points already.
Kovalev, man. I hope we're in the same scenario we were in with Ray Leonard and Hagler going into the later rounds. Let's go with that fourth round.
Andre showed championship
punches and thrown punches. So
I did think he was trying to show him, you're not going to just run over me. But he wasn't effective in landing a lot of punches.
But Kovalev wasn't even that aggressive either that you think he would have been, thinking he might have hurt him from the last round.
30-26, Sergey Kovalev. You know, Jimmy's landing all
I don't know, man. Me and Letterman are in agreement.
You started we got a problem.
Kovalev is landing the punches that the judges should be seeing.
Oh,
and that's why
you're in agreement too, so I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Let's hope this doesn't continue.
Back up that open, but he's backing up in his fight. And you see that? He does a lot of grabbing. He's holding a lot. 3-0, Sergey Kovalev.
I can see what Virgil Hunter means when he says you're going to stop him, because he's making Kovalev earn everything, but Kovalev's earning it. And the power of the shots is controlling the fight.
Well, the thing about Andre Ward is he's a lot like Bernard Hopkins. What they know how to do is they are very good at slowing the pace down, and Floyd Mayweather is the best at it, getting you to a point where you're not sure what's really going on. Then they surprise you with a big shot, and that's what Virgil is trying to foresee coming.
And Ward is trying to dial in a left hook. He's had a couple of quick opportunities to land a left hook against Kovalev this round. Hasn't really nailed him with the shot the way he wants to yet, but that may be coming.
And also, we don't know how Kovalev will respond if Ward can show him some real adversity. If Ward can make him think at moments that this isn't going to be easy, or maybe I have a chance to lose this fight. What happens then?
And the other good thing we know is we know that Ward is in very good condition because he was conditioned by the great Mackie Shieldstone. So his condition is not going to fail him. The only thing that could possibly fail him would be his chin and his boxing skill.
Right, we see that Ward, already first faced with adversity, is responding with championship mettle.
I thought that early in the fight, Kovalev would have the edge because of his punching power. I thought as the fight grew on, Ward would become in better shape because of his conditioning and his way of boxing. Now we'll see who can make the adjustments best at this point in the fight.
A lot of people expected that Andre Ward would want to get inside of Kovalev's long arms and fight him on the inside. When he gets inside, they seem to be tying up just like that.
Well,
Max and I have already had one argument about who's tying who up.
Well, it's basically been Ward, but there have been instances where Kovalev has initiated it. Ward seems to want to move away from that Kovalev right hand right now and outside the Kovalev jab, and so he's circling counterclockwise, which is not generally the way a right-handed fighter will circle.
What's happening inside?
Kovalev is figuring it out and landing his jab.
What's happening inside is that it's a chess match going on. Ward wants to fight in there. Kovalev doesn't want to allow him to fight in there. So they're having a who's the stronger fighter inside by clinching, pushing, driving the other.
You know what? I'll go. This is the first round I'll give Ward because he was busier and he was accurate while he was busy. And Kovalev didn't necessarily hurt him this round. This is the first round out of the first four where he didn't hurt him or he visibly hurt him.
I didn't think either one did much of anything, honestly. But I can go along with that. I give it to SOG.
Yeah, I can give that to him. Man, he earned it. And I hear that they're talking in the commentary of how Kovalev, Ward is making Kovalev earn everything, and it doesn't look like that to me. It's looking like when Kovalev wants to do something, he's doing it. Now the fourth round that just passed kind of let you know it's a real boxing match. Now you're getting out of those 3 rounds being amateurs. You're in the fourth round. It's a real fight now, and you start to see not separation, but now you're seeing more of a game plan. And Andre Ward, I think, more busy in this round than previous rounds. So let's go to 5.
We got back.
Power punches. Kovalev has basically tripled Ward through these first 3 rounds, landing 22 power shots to 7 for Andre Ward to this point in the fight.
Andre Ward has not been in this position ever as a professional. Down on the card.
Harold gave the fourth to Kovalev.
Hurt, knocked down. And this is
I'm glad we broke the trend.
He's getting up against who's a tough fighter. This is a dominant world champion who's pressing his advantage.
Harold Letterman has not yet scored a round for Andre Ward. The judges scoring the fight officially at ringside are not accustomed to seeing Andre Ward lose a string of rounds like this.
I thought Andre could have won the last round.
No, let him out, let him out, let him out.
I think he won the last round.
Good body shot by Ward. Good hook by Kovalev.
Kovalev able to just slice through Ward's guard with straight punches, especially the jab.
Ward tries to get inside. Kovalev pushes him away. Kovalev very patient so far. When he knocked Hopkins down in the first round, he never got greedy, was perfectly content to coast to a boxing win the rest of the way. Ward lands a good straight jab.
And one mistake that Kovalev
But Kovalev came with that short right hand too. They just ignored.
Around instead of cutting the ring off, like right there. He's following him instead of cutting the ring off.
But he hasn't put doubt in Kovalev's mind. He's landed some good punches. He's done some things Kovalev hasn't liked, but I haven't seen him put doubt in the aggressive power puncher's mind. And it's tough for the boxer, especially when that puncher's landing shots, to win if he can't put that doubt there.
Body shots in the clinch for Andre Ward. And he tries to land upstairs in the clinch as well. Harold Letterman made a good point before. The punches that are easy to see landing, that's Kovalev.
Those punches like that lead hook Ward just threw, though, are getting closer and closer, Jim.
Oh, he's dialing it in.
And if he lands that lead left hook like that, it's going to be a bad outcome.
Yep.
Jab by Kovalev.
And the crowd is exhorting him on, SOG. But there for the first time, it seems that Ward's punch affected Kovalev.
Good, quick left jab and a right hand over the top by Ward. It's Kovalev coming back, trying to regain control.
That's what I'm saying. They're trying to build a narrative. I'm watching what I'm watching.
To fight because you know, no matter what Andre does, no matter how much good work he does, one shot from Kovalev can change everything.
Yeah, but same thing with Ward. One shot from Ward could also change everything, Max.
We just have yet to see that. Although slowly, Ward is starting to really assert.
All right. Kovalev still busy. And because he's coming forward, it looks like he's doing more. And Andre Ward is not necessarily doing the countering that you would expect a massive boxer to do. But either way, I'll give Kovalev this round.
Yeah, I agree with you. I thought Ward was doing way too much moving. You know, you think a guy with his skills, he can stand more in the pocket, make you miss and counter, and that's what I'm used to seeing from him. But yeah, we're not seeing it tonight. And
they talked about how Kovalev is just walking after him and not cutting off the ring. He's doing what works.
Right. Yeah, I give that round to Kovalev.
49-45. Kovalev's ahead on at least of my scorecard. Let's go with 6.
I agree with you.
Himself in this round,
achieving more. Round 6 of the scheduled 12. First 5 seem to have gone by pretty quickly.
Good hook to the body by Ward.
Harold gave that one to Ward.
What the hell is Harold watching? Rest in peace, Harold.
Got to Ward with his jab in the first few rounds. Ward began to reach Kovalev with a left hook. Landed one right cross in the last round.
Good jab to the body by Ward.
See, that's Kovalev holding Ward's left arm.
Yeah, because this is where Ward wants to fight. This is the place that Ward usually gets guys at that they can't fight back, and Kovalev is trying to stop that. He's done his homework, Max. He knows that this is the point where he'll have the hardest time dealing with Ward. So what he does is he tries to tie Ward up to stop that. A very smart move by Kovalev.
Let him go, let him go.
Trying to catch Ward coming in with the right hand.
Kovalev making it obvious there that Ward's the one tying up by splaying his arms out. Look, I'm not holding.
Right now. I'm not surprised at all that Ward hasn't turned southpaw in this fight, because he realizes that turning southpaw, he's very susceptible to that right hand. And the right hand has already put him down once, so that's why I think he's smart enough to stay.
Put him down while he was orthodox.
With keeping in mind that Kovalev,
that was a good right hand by Kovalev,
can do that and really hurt Ward. I think Ward may have won 2 consecutive rounds, and I think he's winning this one. Well, that's a good right hand by Kovalev.
Yeah, it might have hurt his eardrum, man, or he could have just been putting it up for defense.
I don't think Ward's winning this round, but you're the expert.
I think the clean shots have been landed by Ward in this round, even though he's giving the impression at times.
I think it's tit for tat. I mean,
he is hunting Max.
You know, I think that Ward's getting sharper now and getting more comfortable now. I think he's adjusting to the power and knowing where he wants to be in the ring. Where he feels he has his best chance of staying away from that power. You know, he's trying to get in close, or when Kovalev gets in close, he tries to stop him from punching. You know, the Bernard Hopkins, they mentioned that, the Bernard Hopkins way. Slow down the fight.
There's also the psychological impression left by Kovalev. Even a near miss, you're like, whoa, that was almost the end for Ward. And psychologically, I think it sways observers to think that Kovalev is doing maybe a little better than he's actually doing.
He's landing plenty.
Good body shot by Ward.
Another good body shot by Ward.
Yes.
And another one on the left side.
Hey, I'm going SOG again on this one.
Yeah, that round's kind of tough to score. Like I said, it was pretty much tit for tat. I don't think one did more than the other. Although you did see Ward going to Kovalev's body more that round. If you like body punching, then that's your reason to give it to Ward.
If you're watching it, if you're judging a fight and you know what you're doing, I think that's something you have to consider. You know, head shots aren't the only thing that happened in a boxing match. You got to go with that body shot. And I know when I saw one of those body shots and Kovalev did respond to it, I was thinking about that. I see something that Max Schmeling said about Joe Louis years ago before their first fight, when he saw him dropping his jab all the time, so that right hand was open every damn time, and he used it when they fought. That's how he ended up winning. Well, I think Ward is seeing that body shot, especially the jab to the body, is affecting Kovalev. Kovalev is not really doing well when he's getting hit in the body. And you can see now, and you heard it, Ward is picking that body attack up a little bit, you know, the last couple of seconds of the round especially.
Yeah, so I give that round to SOG.
Yes, so I give that round to
after 6, 58, 55.
55, yep. 58, 55. Kovalev still ahead. Let's go round 7.
At all.
The second half of the fight.
Harold, how do you have it through 6?
59, 54, 5 rounds to 1, Sergey Kovalev. Jim, in my estimation, he's landing the harder, cleaner shots, and those are the shots that are doing damage, and those are the shots that are winning the rounds. Andre Ward doing a lot of holding, a lot of running away. I mean, he's backing up constantly. I don't know why. If I were Andre Ward,
he didn't run that much in that round.
He didn't run at all. He's strategic.
Prior round, he was moving a lot.
He was moving, but you got to be strategic because, in my opinion, I had him winning the round. So if you're moving and I think you won the round, I mean, you're doing something effective.
No, I mean the 5th he was moving a lot. 6 he was not.
I mean, look, they're the same.
And he's not moving like he was in the 5th this round either.
At this point. But it looks to me, just eyeballing it, Roy, not just that Ward moved up, but that it's a good
we got
big
somebody
man
coming in.
versus a good
What's
little
up,
man.
David Verona?
Who's good,
Not in an
Dave?
exaggerated way, but
Watching
I do
this
think
fight.
that's a way you can
Kovalev
state this.
Ward the first time around back in November
against a good
2016.
boxer who can punch
We're in
also.
round 7 right now.
Jab by Ward.
Bias and I have already
Pace has
judged
slowed
this
a
fight
little
so
bit
far,
here
58-55
in
in
round
Kovalov's favor.
Kovalev just looks the bigger and the stronger of the two.
So it's good. What's
Their
your opinion,
wide
David?
stance makes him definitely look
SOG's
stronger.
making a concerted effort to change the fight this round, but we can see it.
Yes. See, I think he settled into the fight in the 5th round, started in the 5th round, but he had to string it together.
And halfway through, he's certainly winning this round.
Those body shots, I'm thinking, is what's setting this thing up.
Kovalev is not really comfortable at.
You can see SOG's a dog. Like Kovalev looking to the ref for help. Like, get this guy off me, man. Like, but SOG trying to get in his ass.
Yeah, we good. We good. We just check out the fight, trying to score the fight. You know, we had different opinions when the fight was originally fought back in 2016.
And he's hit Kovalev with some very good stiff jabs this round.
Yeah, for the record, I thought Kovalev won watching it live, and we're scoring it.
You know what? Because I didn't score it the first time around, just watch the fight. I gave a macro decision on the macro level, just looking at it and said which fighter had an identity. And I thought that Ward was closer to his identity more so than Kovalev being the crusher. He knocked him down in that 2nd round, which is his identity, but couldn't close the show, even though he was full of energy. Ward got back into the fight. We're seeing it now, round 7, what he's doing.
That was like a Manny Pacquiao punch right there.
All the good work he's done in this round.
All right, now.
From Kovalev, you have to be careful.
Hand by Ward. Kovalev wants to land one more shot before the round ends.
Well, I think that's a clear Ward round.
Definitely.
The first clear round that he's gotten.
Like I said, you could tell he was making a concerted effort to change the direction of the fight. He's like, I'm not running no more. I'm going to start putting the hurt on him. And Kovalev, when they got clinched up, he's looking to the ref for help. Like, get this guy off me.
And I think it goes back to those body shots.
Ward's like, I'm coming.
So I think it's going down to those body shots. And as we know now, fast forwarding to 2025, even 2024, the fighters from that part of this world don't like those body shots, man. Even Usyk with Dubois don't like that body shot. And we see Loma didn't like body shots. So, you know, it seems like it's been somewhat of a trend now of fighters from that part of the world not necessarily liking those body shots. Not like anybody likes them, but they seem to show the wear and tear and the reluctance to want to be involved in any body shots whatsoever. Let's go to round 8.
From Ward's point camp. Ward is a thoroughbred, and Kovalev is a front runner. Let's see what happens in the second half.
Front runner now. Max getting a little rested out there.
Kovalev is also a thoroughbred, and he's built that early lead.
Ward outlanded Kovalev in the last round, has come out throwing in this round. His momentum has changed considerably.
Stop. You see, now this is what Ward wants. A little wrestling, a little body punching, all of this is going to help weaken Kovalev. And that's what Ward wants. This is the type of a fight that Andre Ward wants to be in, because this is what Andre Ward rules. He dominates at a fight like this, at this pace, and at this distance.
And Kovalev likes being away from Ward at this distance, where he can extend his arms and land his long shots.
See that? That's what Andre wants to be.
Body.
Yes, he loves to be in close, but you can't really hurt him, but he can inflict pain and punishment on you.
He's one of the most creative fighters ever in boxing at finding angles to land punches inside when you don't think there's room for him to do so. Ward's body shots seem to be taking a toll now.
I was about to say the same damn thing. Kovalev looking like he don't want to have anything to do with those body shots.
Seek the decision against Bernard Hopkins in a fight in which he had knocked Hopkins down early.
And Kovalev not looking too anxious.
The 8th round.
Kind of stepping forward instead of walking forward.
Good hook by Andre.
That was good.
Now Andre's starting to hit him a little bit more frequently and a little bit more flushly.
Kovalev going back to being more active. Probably feeling some
but active
pressure
and not
to
throwing punches,
start
though.
winning rounds
Just
again.
moving his upper body.
Let the judges see what he can do.
Yeah, and Andre was pushing the issue
Nice
more,
body shot by
being more
Kovalev.
like Andre at that close range.
And in terms of the scores, Harold has given 2 rounds to Kovalev that I thought could have been given to Ward. I'm not saying they should have been, but if that's the case, this may be very close on the scorecards right now.
Well, it's obvious that these judges really don't give too much of a care what you or Harold think.
No, that's Roy Jones, Max Kellerman.
And Jim Lampley, the homer, of course. See, so far, we have 67-65. That's your card, too, bias?
Yes, sir. 67-65 for Kovalev.
Yeah, for
Good job
Kovalev.
by Sergey.
But it looks like he's going to get 1 point closer.
Yeah, Ward making his run right now. He started with those body shots, and we see it. He's dedicating himself now to the body.
In these middle rounds.
Really trying to wear Kovalev down for the later part of the fight.
Kovalev trying to wrestle free and get distance to fire a big shot. Ward gets away before he can do it.
Stop, let him out. All right, here we go.
All right, so
yeah, it's clear to see Kovalev is not an inside fighter.
no, he's not. And surprisingly, thinking about how they were talking about in the early going, Andre Ward coming up from 168, and then they're talking about how Kovalev doesn't want to wrestle with him on the inside. You would think the guy who's naturally bigger would move him around. Yes, Andre Ward did fight at 178 as an amateur, but being at 168 for so long and then coming back up doesn't necessarily mean you bring that power up immediately. Kovalev is an incumbent at 178, 175.
Yeah, so again, I'm giving that round to SOG, and I now have it, what was that, the 7th?
Yep, that was the 8th.
That was the 8th. Yo, yeah, 76-75.
Yep,
so it's a lot closer now. And like I said a couple rounds ago, it looked like SOG was like, you're not going to just run over me. I'm changing the direction of this fight. And for the last couple rounds, he's starting to take control.
Well, we'll get to see how long he can continue taking control going to round 9.
Round 9.
Why does Roy Jones sound like George Foreman and what's an inside fighter? I don't think they sound the same. They got those southern drawls, but they're completely different.
Give Kovalev a lot of credit for is his great ability to keep those
feet.
Inside fighters, where they are right now, someone who can effectively fight at that range.
Yeah, being inside and going to the body or making just enough room to come with that short uppercut on the inside. Knowing their range, knowing your range, being inside, just knowing how to use your shoulders, knowing how to use the leverage, and all those things that come with being inside. When the jab isn't going to be there to set things up, you got to take it another way close in.
At least on a round-by-round basis at this point.
And at this point, we're coming to a dangerous point for Kovalev because now Ward is comfortable, and that's what you don't want.
That's what I'm saying. I saw Ward starting to settle into the fight around the 5th round.
It's very difficult for the opposition.
Kovalev just landed a good, clean combination. Now Ward comes back with the left hand.
Class tells overtime, and
left hand for Kovalev.
Andre's championship pedigree is showing up, but again,
I'm hearing Max's I'm hearing Max's homerism coming out for Ward. You know, his favoritism. I'm hearing it. But it's true though. What he's saying is true.
Those body shots, Roy.
Yeah, I think they're taking a little bit out of him now.
What's your evidence?
Well, just the way that I see the punches coming. They're not nearly as sharp or have the velocity on them that they had on in the early rounds. And
there's another good body shot.
Yeah.
Yes, punches don't have the velocity.
Andre Ward knows when you're in that ring and you start throwing those body shots, you get to hear those guys. We hear the crowd, but when you're in that ring, you hear that when you hit somebody in the body or whenever you hit him, you can hear that stuff in close.
Yep, under the armpit that Andre lands, right around the heart, they're debilitating Kovalev.
Yeah, that heart shot. Don't ever underestimate a heart shot. That was old school business right there.
This is the best place in the fight for Andre.
Great straight right hand by Ward.
One of the phrases I miss hearing, punch and get out, punch and get out.
Yeah. Remember Nazi Richardson said that? He used to say that back in the day?
No, well, I don't know. It was Richards too. Like, he didn't like breaking these guys up. He was like, punch and get out.
As far as the refs go.
Yeah.
That's Robert Byrd, Adelaide Byrd's husband. So we already know what kind of connection that is. Adelaide Byrd.
way to go.
the infamous
Somehow win.
Judge.
You're watching greatness.
Along with TJ Ross.
That's right.
Great fighters.
Hey, Ward didn't go dirty and chase him when his head was between the ropes.
Don't often
That's
get
pretty
to
classic.
real greatness.
All right, Ward is bullying him now.
Kovalev wants to answer back before the round is over. Could create an opportunity for Ward.
Good combination.
Great combination.
I think that's another Ward round, man.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you.
Damn. So we're talking even now, 75, 85, 85.
That's 4 rounds in a row for Ward.
Yeah. So things are kind of working out the way well, at least
right now I'm starting to wonder what was I thinking on fight night, because I think I'm gonna end up with Ward ahead.
Well, the way things had turned out, because like I was saying, when it was so close, I just went with the macro of looking at the fight as a whole. I know the judges don't have that benefit of looking at the fight as a whole. They have to go every round with their different scorecards. But anyway, that was round 9. Let's go to round 10.
Kovalev and a hard 8 jabs. Kovalev landed back 11 times, but Ward has the momentum in the fight now as we come to round number 10. Harold, how do you have it on your card?
Okay, Jim, I got an 87-83.
He gave the last round to Kovalev?
I don't know what the hell Harold let him just look at that,
tell
man.
you, I just think that Andre Ward can't give up any more rounds if he wants to win this decision. It looks like the fight's going a distance.
He was
Andre's
busy
got momentum
last round
forward.
and going to the body.
He's doing a lot better, but sometimes you watch him and he gets hit by real good shots, and you can't take it away from Kovalev. 6-3, Sergey Kovalev.
Harold, you and I are going to have to agree to disagree on the last
Yes,
round.
absolutely.
I thought
What the
Andre
hell
Ward
is
won
Harold
that
talking
last
about?
round. And I don't know that this fight is going the distance. I think anything can happen.
Yeah, and I agree with you, Max. I don't know that this fight is going the distance. I know that this is the best time for Andre in the fight because now he's comfortable and he knows how to do things. He knows the speed at which Kovalev punches are coming at him. So now he
settled into the fight, man. You get that.
Kovalev got
That
in a
vibe,
hard
you know?
counter shot. Ward missed his right hand over the top. So that moment went to Kovalev. And each moment counts now as we go down the stretch.
Well, that
Ward
moment went
lands
to
another
Ward.
one. Yeah,
and that one too.
And that moment went to Ward.
Dude, don't go back with the tick for tack because your man what was said.
And there's another one.
And there they go.
Trading back and forth at this
Stop
point.
it, bro. Just
They
watch the
know
fight.
mental game that's going on, and they know the stakes. You heard Virgil Hunter say to Andre Ward, you've got to win the last 3 rounds.
The only bad thing is that Ward's explosive punches are much more explosive right now than Kovalev's explosive punches.
And yet Kovalev has heavier hands.
He does, but
He's going to have heavy hands until the end of the fight. That's what heavy-handed fighters do. When they land those heavy hands, they come a lot slower as the fight wears on.
On
Kovalev.
Yes.
I think both fighters are focused on winning a decision. Both fighters are focused on winning as many of these
Nice shot.
exchanges as they can down the stretch of the
He's
fight.
trying to bolo.
Hard right hand by Kovalev, left hook by Ward. They keep trading big shots.
Yeah, they do.
What a tremendous fight this is to see it contested on this level with these shifts of momentum.
And it's getting better and better.
And only a great fighter can win this fight.
Only a great fighter can
Body
fight
shot.
this fight.
Great
Max.
body shot.
Who is the greater fighter tonight?
That's the question. Oh, good jab.
Oh, stop playing games, man. That bolo punch got caught with it.
The thing about
Yeah,
Kovalev
he
is
did.
while you're showboating him like a bolo punch, he's throwing the jab.
His jab ain't no regular jab. It's like Ike Carte's bazooka.
Right hand by
Damn,
Kovalev.
good shot.
Ward rode that back mostly, but it did land.
All right, bro. I got to go with Kova in this one.
Yeah, I think that was a good response from Kovalev.
Yeah, man. That's what champs do. You know, so what? Kova.
Yeah, even without those jabs there at the end, I thought he was busier, and even with that right hand, that was kind of a glancing blow. Throughout the round, he was busier with his jab.
95, 94. Kovalov was ahead on at least on my card. I don't know what the heck Letterman was looking at.
Yeah, what was Letterman watching? Round 9 was definitely
And I agree.
Andre Ward. And let's see if he gives Andre Ward this round.
Yeah, right. And I mean, that punch that looked like it was landing solidly. I think that Andre Ward did roll the punch a lot more, and it wasn't as effective as people on the outside oohing and eyeing about. these judges, you would like to believe, seen enough fights and they're experienced enough to identify it. Even though they can make mistakes, they can identify a rolled shot as opposed to an effective shot. It's round.
Well, it depends on what side of the ring they're on, too, and the angle they have.
That's true. Well, you have 3 judges, so they got the 3 different corners. Even though there's 4 corners, they're in 3 different areas of the ring. So let's go around 11, the championship rounds.
Yeah, he didn't land that.
But Kovalev did reestablish his jab in an effective way, and that may have carried the round.
What's the difference between defense and offense?
That was a pretty even round.
You watch boxing, bro?
Offense is throwing punches. Defense is avoiding punches.
Yeah. Just keep it simple.
But to be technical in boxing, you can block punches, you can parry punches. There's a lot of different things you can do in boxing.
Yeah, defensively, sometimes, your defense can be your offense.
The 10th goes to Kovalev, but I thought the 9th went to Ward, and I thought there were a couple others.
You said your best, like Mike Tyson, he was your best defense is your offense. Don't give this guy a chance to do a damn thing. Just knock him out. No problem, man. Thanks for watching the fight tonight.
Right, thanks for joining us.
Ward needs every second, or so it would appear.
There's Ward going back to the body again.
I think Virgil Hunter anticipated that when Ward started making things uncomfortable for Kovalev, Kovalev would start to fold.
Nice left hook with his natural left hand, his natural strong hand.
A solid left hook there that knocked Kovalev back.
Kovalev has responded great, Max.
And by the way, Harold Letterman did give Kovalev that last round.
And part of that is he didn't start getting wild when Ward started having success. He stuck to a game plan and went back to boxing when he had to. Kovalev did. It's a disciplined fight for a big puncher.
Sergey Kovalev told us yesterday, my number
Ward has the faster hands, even though Sergey has the heavier hands. Which we just squashes
right hand.
Yeah, those heavy hands, man. And then Andre caught with the check hook.
Right now.
That right hand is keeping Andre honest.
Yeah, he is, man. He got to think about it. Even late. That late power, like David Tua.
Man, you need more than a bad haircut and left hook.
Look at that. Andre Ward, man, he's moving him with these shots now.
That's always been Andre's money.
And it's the fatigue factor.
Oh, good shot.
You're going to get hit, man. This is fighting. This is boxing, bro.
Tired now. Not cutting the ring off.
Now, who's dead tired? It looks like Kovalev is more tired because of the body shot.
He has to cut the ring off right there.
But he hasn't lost this round yet.
Yeah, frustrated and tired isn't good enough, Roy. Andre has to capitalize on that.
Yeah, he does.
I'm not saying
like those gloves on.
But
he just blew his nose on somebody at ringside.
I agree.
Got a bloody nose, too. Somebody's got sprayed.
But in 15 seconds, there'll only be 3 minutes to go.
Oh, good
nice
job,
stiff jab.
Pretty good round for Andre Ward.
It is. So far, it looks like Andre hasn't done
I don't agree. He landed like two effective punches. For the most part, Kovalev has been on him, though. This might be the first round we disagree. I think that's a Kovalev round.
Oh, wow.
I'm not going to give it to him because he landed one left hook and a good jab with 10 seconds left.
Well, I think that I'll give it a Ward round. But in the beginning, I mean, even in the middle rounds, when he was going to the body and he was making a Kovalev move, I mean, the check hook he caught him with that right hand pretty good. And being that, and I'm looking at it as being that natural lefty. So even if you're in an orthodox stance, that left hook or that left jab is still typically more effective when you're in that position. So let me see. He gave Ward the 10, the 9. So I got it.
You should have it even. I got Kovalev up 2 points.
Okay, so there's no way Andre can win without a knockout. So let's go to the final round.
Unless he just beats the crap out of him this round and gets a 10-8, then he gets a draw. But I don't remember that happening.
And like I'm saying, I'm trying not to listen to what either Max Kellerman or even Roy Jones or Jim Lampley is saying. Just watch the fight and just judge what you're seeing.
You didn't cut out in between this round?
No, because it's going into the last round.
Okay.
You know what? If you've been influenced by if you're gonna get influenced by just this round, come on now. Come on.
Don't hesitate. Okay.
the dog and let you know who's the boss. That you come
Now,
back.
what do you think
Put
about
him down.
Virgil Hunter as a trainer? Man, I think it's just good for Andre Ward, man. I don't think we've seen him train other fighters, and it didn't work out well. Amir Khan being one of them.
Yeah, but Khan's always going to be a problem. I mean, always going to have problems. He's chinny, man.
He's chinny as hell. But fast
can't say
hands,
he's without skills, though.
Well, he had hella fine skills. I saw him in the Olympics, man. He won the silver medal. I was like, this dude's going to be a player. So, yeah, I guess, damn.
106, 102. No, it's not that
Letterman's on my side on this one for the last round. 10-9. I don't know what to think now.
Good left hook. A good hook
by Ward. He's been money with the left hook in the last few rounds.
Does Andre Ward believe he needs to risk
Man, look at him. He's clubbing with that right hand.
That's a terrible risk to take against Kovalev, but he may feel that way.
A good hook by Kovalev.
Yes. A nice little inside hook for Kovalev. For me, whoever wins this round wins the fight.
Nah, Andre's holding on. Punch and get out. Punch and get out. Come on, Bird. Tell him.
Yeah, Mills Lane didn't put up with that BS.
Mills Lane, Richard Steele.
Oh, Richard Steele.
Kovalev's not giving no ground here.
People hate him.
Like a dog,
I don't know, man. They just hate him. After the Mildred Taylor Chavez fight.
He's accepting everything that Ward brings, and he's showing that he's getting it enough to fight back and try to return the favors.
The difference is Kovalev doesn't seem worried about Ward's power.
He's worried about those body shots.
To worry about Kovalev.
Well, I think Kovalev is worried. He's just not really showing it.
Ward has landed
good body shots by Kovalev.
Yeah, they were.
I don't think they're really that good. He was just kind of tapping with him.
Right
those are not good. He wasn't digging to the body.
Nah, I don't think if anyone dug to the body, it was Ward a little earlier. He's been doing more jabbing to the body of late.
More activity down the stretch of the fight. I know he's not accustomed to fighting at a super fast pace.
Oh, good body shot by Kovalev.
Body shot by Kovalev.
Really good body shot by Kovalev.
Several good body shots in this round.
Yeah, I'm just backing up a little bit.
I think he knows that may have hurt Ward a little bit. Oh, that's a low blow.
He got pulled down.
Yeah, when you get pulled down and throw the low blow, they made you make the low blow. Throw the low blow.
Good jab by Kovalev.
And you wonder if the sand is running out of the hourglass on Andre Ward's perfect professional career and his incredible mark of not having lost.
They both have perfect careers right now at this point in their career.
I'm going to be very interested to see these scores as it looks at this moment as though we're going to get to hear them.
I'm just telling y'all, I'm glad to see two guys step up and fight each other at the peak of their careers and give us what the fans asked for. They give us the best fight that boxing has had in quite some time.
All right, I'll give that to Kova, the last round.
I agree.
So in my last,
Ward was trying to land some good shots. I just think he got outpunched that round.
114, 113 in my card. Kovalev wins the fight. So, bruh, come on now. Whew, damn it. I would have gotten away with it after all these years if it weren't for those meddling kids. Let's get this decision.
I have it 115, 112.
Damn, either way, we both went the same way. If we were just two judges of the three-man panel, Kovalev gets the fight.
At their best, putting it all on the line. They put it all on the line when they signed to fight each other, and they fought that way.
And as we wait for the scorecards, remember the X factors. Kovalev's knockdown of Ward in the second round. An American hero.
Yeah, that 10-8 round really made a difference in this fight. It could have been a draw without that 10-8.
Yeah, the thing about it is, like, if you hear 116, 112, or 115, 112, that means they gave Ward 8 rounds. Ain't no way he won 8 rounds.
No.
A good punch, a good straight right hand. Ward trying to counter, and Sergey Kovalev being the quick of the two, beat him to the punch on that one.
So I stand corrected. I had Ward winning this fight, like I said, at the end. I didn't score it the first time. I just watched it, and so I gave a macro opinion of the entire fight. Now that I did round after round, and I came up with, 114, 113 in Kovalov's favor, I'm kind of surprised. All these years I've been thinking, yeah, Ward won, and I would give that reasoning. But now you do it round after round.
John McKay from New York.
We can say, why did Ward lose this fight? The stupid haircut.
He's a pretty good judge.
You're right.
Trowbridge from Nevada. He
Look
worked
like
Manny
old third
Pacquiao
grader
over,
trying to prove something in the
Jesse
schoolyard.
Vargas, recently 118, 109 for Pacquiao. I thought that was the right score. And last but not least, Bert Clemens from Nevada, long-time experienced official, has been judging for 27 years, 59 title fights. And
I used to hate, we used to get the same three refs. The judges. Dalby
Jerry
Shirley, Jerry Ross.
Dalby Shirley, Jerry Ross. They did they throw in this little DEI nonsense before DEI with Adelaide Bird and CJ Ross. Get out of here.
To the judges' scorecards after 12 rounds of action. John McKay, Bert Clements, and Glenn Trowbridge all scored the contest 114 to 113 to the winner by unanimous decision.
Yeah, but they give it to Ward.
I know.
They gave him 7 rounds. No, 150. They said 115, 113, 114, 113. Okay, so they gave him 7 rounds. I can only see 6. Like, we disagreed on 1 round.
Yeah.
I gave it to Kovalev, you gave it to Ward.
And this is what happened.
Yeah. I do not see him winning 7 rounds. I don't. Most I can give him is 6.
Man, I don't even know what to think.
Because really. I think it was the 4th. It was really close. And I gave it to Ward just because, I mean, not just because, but I'm like, well, Kovalev didn't win the first 4 rounds, hands down, and Ward performed better that round. So I gave it to him, but I think a case could be made that Kovalev won round 4.
Yeah. I'm still thinking about how all of these years, this happened in 2016. We're talking
You're tripping out. At least
9 years
ago. At least I was correct.
These years, I'm saying that Kovalev, that Andre Ward won the fight, and I gave that reasoning, kept giving that same reasoning. Now you sit down and just round after round, and the dude that picked the win. I mean, close fight nonetheless. I don't think anyone was robbed because people just acted like it was an egregious robbery. But now we see, or at least I see, shit, I had Kovalev winning. Kovalev winning the fight flat out, and it's just the opposite score that the judges gave for Andre Ward. And then the rematch, though, completely different story. But then you heard the stories coming out of camps, how Kovalev drinks so much during camps. I've heard it personally from people who were down there. John David Jackson's in the Miami area, former junior middleweight champ of the world. So people talked about what was coming out of that camp. The Kovalev's not really taking it serious. He's drinking a lot. He's doing this and that. And those body shots, bro, if you're a drinker, you're going to feel it. And we've seen him feel it. And then in the second fight, forget about it. Andre Ward just committed to the body, and we got that result, even though some of those punches went south of the border, and that was made an issue as well. But I think still, even without the low blows, Andre Ward was so much further ahead. And I think still more because of the rumors on the outside that might have been true. Taking that alcohol, those types of things, when you abuse your body, damn, in boxing, you just can't do it.
So I think we got to give credit to both fighters because Kovalev came out strong. He was pretty much dominant the first 3 rounds. And then in round 5, Ward was like, no, you're not just going to run over me. And he made a concerted effort to change the direction of the fight, and he did. And on my card, he won 4 rounds in a row.
Mine too. Same thing. He won 4 rounds in a row. So he let you know he was going to be there.
Right. So then Kovalev could have been like, damn, I had this dude. Now he's beating me. Does he just go along with it? No, he's like, I got to step it up. I got to change. Now I have to change the direction of the fight. And I think he did. I think I got him sweeping the last 3 rounds.
The ebb and flow of that fight game and all of that attrition that you have to deal with during the course of a fight on this high level, a lot like we're about to watch again on Saturday as Beterbiev is fighting Bivol in their rematch. If you saw the first fight, I think some people said I don't even think it was a bad decision. I think it was just so close that you really couldn't argue who had won the fight. But I think the impressive
was it unanimous?
I think it was a split. It might have been. I got to check. I can't remember. But I tell you what, I think what really swayed judges and even people watching was that Beterbiev, when the knockout didn't come, he had these subtle skills that you didn't think about from a guy that punches like he punches. When you get guys who are exclusively punchers and they're known and identified as a puncher, Ernie Shavers, once he didn't get you knocked out, he got knocked out a lot of times. And Beterbiev, when he didn't get that knockout, you started seeing him do those subtle things that he learned from all that amateur experience and even the little bit of pro experience he had on a high level, doing those little, the shoulder roll, not necessarily shoulder rolling, but catching and countering and throwing things you just wouldn't expect a brawler or a big puncher to do.
Yeah, like I said, you got to give credit to both fighters. I thought Kovalev pulled it out down the stretch, even though Dre was trying to put in work. I think he got outworked by Kovalev, and that's why I scored those rounds for Kovalev.
Those last 3 rounds, I had Kovalev 2-1. So anyway, this scorecard ended up being 114-113 in Kovalev's favor for me, but the judges who were official had it for him, and Letterman having the cards that he's had. We've watched him for decades, and we've seen his cards in the past. Sometimes they're on, a lot of times they're off. His daughter does a better job. Julie Letterman has a decent card. I haven't seen anything controversial with her card since she's been judging.
But I was laughing earlier when you were talking about all these years you thought Ward won and this and that, because I was going through that when we were scoring Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler.
Same thing, bro. Same. I thought we was going.
And it's not the point of being wrong. It's the point of, you think about all the arguments you've had, all
decades of arguments,
all the arguments, man. And like, damn, I was arguing when I didn't really know what I was talking about. So when Sugar Ray ended up winning on my card, man, the sense of relief was like, okay, cool.
Ooh, yeah.
Right.
Because look, I picked Marvin Hagler. I remember as that fight, I was in junior high school, I guess for people in the South, middle school back then. And I was just going with Marvin Hagler. I want him to knock him out. I thought it was going to be a knockout. All the girls were going with Sugar Ray Leonard because the girls doing the Oscar De La Hoya thing. And I thought Ray Leonard would get beat. And I remember there was sports film back then because I wasn't watching, it was closed circuit back then, not pay-per-view. I was calling at night, being in New York, and that fight's in Vegas, there's a 3-hour difference. I'm calling up on that phone call. I know that my parents are going to get to see that bill eventually when, that, sports call on it and the extra charge they had. Oh, yeah, bro, I'll just take it. Whatever's coming with it, I'll take it. And I remember it was the 3rd round or so. They was like, right now, it's just like Sugar Ray Leonard's trying to take control of the fight early. And I'm like, man, I was getting pissed off. Then all of a sudden, I dozed the hell off. And then I called back, and the fight was over. And it says, I call, and it says, Sugar Ray Leonard has done the impossible. And I hung the fucking phone up. I said, that's it, man. I went to bed. Pissed off. Didn't sleep the rest of the night. Like, I was done. He did the impossible. I already knew. Click. I don't want to hear it. But now, hey, he really won the damn fight. But I did see the fight since then. And I've always said, oh, damn, he really did win that fight. And I'm bitching about Marvin not doing enough. Plotting in the beginning of the fight, trying to fight orthodox when he's a southpaw fighter, man.
Came out southpaw from Brown.
Trying to prove a damn point, man. You proved the point. You got more money for the damn fight, but you gave up the size of the ring and you gave up the amount of rounds.
Yep. And if he wins, there's probably a rematch, and then he gets paid more.
David Verona's
that's open to so many fighters. Different weight classes. The ultimate one, I don't know. I would have to give it some thought.
There's so many, man, because you could just say Sugar Ray Leonard and Aaron Pryor just to throw it out there. You could talk about even a rematch between Muhammad Ali and George Foreman. I mean, shoot. I don't know. I think Ali wins the rematch because looking at the way Jimmy Young beat him, he was a watered down Ali. He beat him as well down in Puerto Rico. So I don't know, but there's so many freaking fights. Riddick Bowe and Lennox Lewis. It should have happened. Didn't happen.
Like, who would you match up Sugar Ray Robinson with? Like, SugarRay at his best.
Roy Jones.
That's a good one, probably.
Roy Jones, boy.
How does he deal with Roy Jones at 160?
Bro, and he had a granite chin, and we didn't know what Roy chin was about back then. And one thing that Sugar Ray Robinson did get hit quite a bit. It wasn't like he was avoiding a lot of punches. He was just so damn offensive and powerful and precise. He got you out of there. So now that we know about Roy's chin, but it happened at heavier weights, You know, I don't know, man. He gets hit clean by Sugar Ray. We already know what Sugar Ray's been doing. Putting dudes out of commission.
How about Willie Pep versus Manny Pacquiao?
Bro, now the Willie Pep before the plane accident, man, shoot. Is he going to catch him? I mean,
even after the plane accident, he still came back and was champ, man. That's a fucking incredible to me.
I remember
broke his back in the plane accident, comes back and he's world champ again.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
He was pretty much invincible before that freaking plane accident. I know Bert used to tell me about it all the time. That he would whoop anybody's ass before the plane accident. He wasn't as good, you know, Bert with his hyperbole, but he was true.
I don't even know what Willow the Wisp actually means, but that's a hell of a nickname. It makes me think like you're not gonna touch him.
That's it. It sounds like a fairy to me. Some Disney nonsense. Throw some fairy dust out there and dude's still getting away from it. So man, there's so many fights.
Yeah, there's a lot of fights, man.
I mean, sheesh. Man. I mean, yeah, I'm just going back on it, like just looking back on. I mean, Jack Dempsey, Rocky Marciano. I think Marciano wins the damn fight.
Probably. I mean, Rocky was tough as nails, man.
Yeah, 189 pounds. So he fits right in today's cruiserweight class, and less than that, light heavyweight, cruiserweight, bridgeweight, somewhere around there. And Gene Tunney versus Marciano, the perfect boxer for back then.
For some reason, I like to see Stanley Ketchel fight somebody.
Not Jack Johnson.
From modern time. No,
get his teeth
in his own weight class.
Yeah, that's true.
Someone
back then, those how about Harry Greb, man? Let's talk about Greb trying to
Harry Greb.
Harry Greb versus freaking
Sam Langford versus Tyson at heavyweight. How about that one?
I don't know about that, man. Mike was just fast as hell and explosive. I just see him running over guys. Guy just wasn't. He was. Sam Langford was light.
Who did he run over though?
No, I'm saying he was running over guys that were bigger. I was just saying that Sam Langford was a lighter fighter.
I got you.
You know what I mean? Like if he crushes, you know, even though it was in the older Michael Spinks, you know, Michael Spinks was still coming from 175. He's been at 200 for a while at heavyweight with Larry Holmes and Jerry Cooney.
Well, what about Frazier versus Tyson?
Yeah, I always said Tyson would win because of the faster hands. The faster hands, because Joe is going to come to he doesn't make it. He makes it hard for you to box him because he bobs and weave. I don't think he makes it hard for you to sit there and fight him like Oscar Bonavita did. And Oscar Bonavita knocked him down twice in their first fight. Still fought him pretty hard in their second fight. So I don't know. Joe Frazier he didn't have a lot of fights either. But he was just hella fighting.
But come on now, Tyson was a bully, and he ain't bullying Joe. And
he's not bullying Joe, but
mentally, that would mess
mentally, they're not on the same level mentally. I mean, not even close, because Joe can't be deterred. He's just gonna have to get beaten to death, or you have to get rid of him within the time period. Like George Foreman kept knocking him down. You thought you was watching basketball instead of boxing, the way he was getting bounced all night, and the ref had to save him from himself. So if not, man, Joe would still be getting bounced up and down today if he was fighting George Foreman. But how about Jack Dempsey, or even because Jack Dempsey was a lighter fighter, but Gene Tunney and Bob Foster? I'm thinking that explosive punch of Bob Foster, man, might be able to bring it home, because he was also like a Tommy Hearns fighter. He could box. He just had that explosive punching power.
Yeah.
Roy Jones Jr. versus Sugar Ray Robinson, both in their prime. Well, Roy's prime was 168, so there wasn't a 168-pound class back then. And then Joe Frazier versus Evander Holyfield, that would be hell. But you know what? Believe it or not, I think Holyfield wins. They're both on that same level in terms of conditioning, in terms of heart, can't be deterred, but then the faster hands wins the fight. And I saw a young Evander Holyfield fighting kind of something like old Joe Frazier when he fought Kawi. Yeah. And then he destroyed him in the second fight. But that first fight was a straight-up brimstone fight.
But what if it was 15 rounds?
It was 15 rounds.
No, I'm saying Holyfield versus Frazier.
Oh.
We don't know if Holyfield can go
at
heavyweight.
I think he was one of those guys. He was that throwback. You put him in any era, he does the same damn thing. Now, there may be fighters better than him. Maybe some of them who may outlast him.
Yeah, he had some good steroids.
Yeah, well, you know what? Maybe the roids might have helped in that regard, but, you know, roids don't give you more heart. They may make your heart beat faster because of those red blood cells being carried because of that, because of the roids. But damn, man, we could just talk all day about mythical matchups, man. shoot, Floyd Mayweather, hell, a mythical matchup that's not even outside of the era. Floyd Mayweather versus fucking Paul Williams. We talk about that now.
Yeah, but
Tommy Hearns knocks him out.
That's not an all-time matchup, though.
Nah, but Floyd versus Tommy Hearns. I think Tommy knocks him out, and I've mentioned it before. I hate saying that fighters who never get knocked out will get knocked out. But
that's a mismatch.
Yeah, I think that
he ain't fucking with Tommy, the Hitman.
You get a fighter like Shea Mosley, not even in his prime, that caught Floyd twice and almost got the desired result. Imagine getting caught with that same shot that Tommy Hearns hit freaking Roberto Duran with. Lights out, bro. That's it. Or even Pepino Cuevas. Lights out. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, and Tommy was so much taller. He's punching down. Floyd would never get close to him, man. He'd be catching punches trying to get close.
And Tommy's one of the best boxers, pure boxers, man, in recent memory up to his point. He was outboxing Sugar Ray when it was supposed to have been the other way around. They changed roles, and Ray had that dog in him, and that's that. So Pernell Whitaker, Roberto Duran, 135. Bro.
Alexis Arguello, Salvador Sanchez.
See, wasn't that fight supposed to happen anyway?
I think so, but there's politics and it didn't happen. Then unfortunately, Chava passed away in the car accident.
Yep. Shoot. Now let's get Chavez into this mix, man. That's my second dude, man. Chavez versus any of those guys. Chava, Arguello.
Well, the thing is, though, Chavez, his lowest weight was 130.
130.
And Sanchez was 122. You don't know if he could go up.
He was a featherweight champ.
Oh, okay, 126. But we don't know if he could go up.
Yeah, now he would have. Well, he was going to move up to fight Arguello.
Going to.
Yeah, well, he
didn't.
So we don't know how he would have performed up there. I like to say Chava would have still been probably even better with an extra weight on him because he was still growing. It was 23.
Maybe, but we don't know.
I know we don't know. Damn.
But that's Roy Jones' favorite fighter.
Yeah, bro, and rightfully so, man. If you watch Chava fight at all, man, if you didn't have a favorite fighter, you probably start leaning that way. He was that kind of a fighter. Dynamic. Damn.
Yeah, and I've said this in past shows. I think if you had a boxer generator and you picked all the qualities, you may inadvertently come out with Finito Lopez.
Finito Lopez. Now, people question Finito Lopez's greatness because of, well, he fought in a weight class that's pretty much brand new and pretty much fighting other kids because of the weight. But man, I hate to try to take away from him. But yeah.
But I mean, you the eye test, you watch him.
I watched him.
You see he's technically sound. He almost doesn't
everything. He was like the perfect fighter.
That's what I'm saying. If you had a boxer generator, you might come out with Finito Lopez.
But then there's those people who's like, yeah, he fought well, but the guys that he fought, you know what? You can hit a heavy bag and look freaking like a professional, look great. What about Manny Pacquiao versus Julio Cesar Chavez? Bro.
It would be fireworks,
but I'm taking Chavez, bro. He's going to the body.
Yeah.
He's going to the body. And at 130?
The thing is, as good as Chavez's chin was, Pacquiao's not gonna knock him out like Hatton and Cotto and those guys. No, that ain't
130. I don't think people saw or remember too much of Chavez at 130. They remember him at 135, 140, and catch weight.
140, yeah.
Yeah, but at 130, man, that guy was just beating the hell out of people, man. He should have been arrested after each fight. That's how he was whooping their asses, man. He wasn't playing games.
He made Roger Mayweather quit.
Exactly. Roger Mayweather, man.
And Black Mamba was no joke either.
No freaking joke. And guess what? Chavez had something for him. He ain't like any of it. He came out with the Mexican outfit and the whole nine. He might as well have been Greg freaking Haugen talking nonsense. He got blasted in 5 rounds and pissing out bile, man. What's up with that? Throwing up bile, not pissing, but throwing up bile. Get out of here with that. Yeah, that's God, man. There's just so many freaking great fights. And some of these fights we got, like you look at, we watched last week with Pacquiao fighting Juan Manuel Marquez, or we talked about Barrera and Morales. Shoot, Morales I still think about that guy every now and then, only because it looked like he was about to freaking pass out at every weigh-in. I'm like, yep, he's getting caught this time. And then this dude just ragdolls you in a freaking fight.
Pacquiao versus Nassim Hamed. Like Pacquiao's the much better fighter, but
Pacquiao knocked him out.
Ahmed could punch.
He could punch, but Pacquiao, he did a lot of awkward stuff, but Barrera just made it look easy. And I think,
yeah, but Pacquiao doesn't fight like Barrera.
I know, but Pacquiao's he's going to be there. He gives you a crazy
I don't know. I would like to see it. That's all I'm saying.
Marvin
Or
Hagler
Pacquiao versus Valero.
I take Hagler against Hawkins.
Yeah, Hagler, just because he's so versatile, you can't say he's gonna out tough Hopkins, because Hopkins is tough too.
Hopkins is tough as hell.
It would probably be a barn burner, but
at the Mercedes,
I think Hagler, because he's more versatile, could switch to southpaw, go back to orthodox. He's a two-fisted puncher, but Hopkins is sneaky, man. He sets traps, makes you miss.
You know what? But Hagler has seen that kind of fighter before, because remember, he came up the hard way. And I say every time that his run through the title was arguably just as tough or tougher than his title run, because of those guys he had to fight. Dude was 50, had fought 50 fights and hadn't even got a title shot. And the way he fought those guys like Benny Briscoe, even though it was a little older Benny Briscoe, but what I like doing, I like going back to the old, even though there isn't any microfiche these days, I like going back to the old articles. And I remember reading an old article, I think it was Willie the Worm Monroe that beat Hagler. And they talked about how he got bloodied up and decisively beaten. And Hagler was kind of giving his own editorial afterwards, saying, I got to do better. I got to learn from this and just get back on the road, saying that after the fight. I can't remember if it was Bobby Boogaloo Watts or Willie the Worm Monroe, one of those guys that had beaten him earlier, but he got ragged up in 10 rounds. And the people at ringside said he definitively lost. He had a bloody nose. And even he admitted, you know what, I still got a lot to learn. And this is the finished product that we ended up getting, the great Marvin Hagler. But I like looking at the old clips or the old newspaper articles that gives you that up to moment of how people felt at that moment. We look at videos and all that, but reading the article, man, that's something. And gives you better perspective. Ray Leonard versus Floyd Mayweather, I think Ray Leonard wins. People try to say, but Ray Leonard beat his father. That's the reason why. Nah, Ray Leonard just had an overall skill set that was among the all-time greats.
Because there's nothing Floyd going to do to keep Sugar Ray from letting his hands go.
Nope. And his hands are just as fast as Floyd's. Just as fast. So is this a fight that Floyd would even have taken after it took him 5 or 6 years to fight Pacquiao? I don't think even Turkey with the Alice Sheik could come up with $500 million. Floyd's like, nah. I like being undefeated better. I think that would have been the case. And so I'm not even going to pull this other clown message up, because the clown always shows up. AJ versus Jake Paul. That kind of crap is what we get.
Who's AJ? Anthony Joshua?
Anthony Joshua.
Oh, come on, man.
Exactly. That's why I put that dude, put him in the closet, man. That's it. Let him stay in the closet.
Put him in the bathroom. Put him in the bathroom.
That's what I'm saying. Putting up these dumb comments. But anyway, shoot, we went down memory lane on this one.
Yeah, man, we're over an hour 15, yeah, right? Bro.
Willie Pep and Nicolino Loche. Well, no, Nicolino was heavier. He was 147. Pep didn't
was he 147?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking, would anybody land a punch if they fought?
They would have sit there looking at each other, like moving around. You're like, damn, man, this dance fever or what? Soul Train in the freaking ring. Dancing.
I think we should wrap this up. We're going over hour 15, man.
Man, this little editorial on boxing, man. Hell, we can shoot the shit on this forever, man. But anyways, it's the end of the show. We just finished watching 2016 Andre Ward versus Sergey Kovalev. All these years I've had Sergey Kovalev losing this fight because of my explanation I gave. Who looked better at what they did, and it was Andre Ward, but going round by round, live right here.
There should have been a rubber match because they're 1-1.
Yeah, it should have been, but the judges had it different, and Andre Ward left the game undefeated. Again, yeah, that's probably true, because the dude's drinking. If those stories are true, taking those body shots is hard to do. And so this fight coming up on Saturday, better beat it off. Better Biev and Bivol fighting in their second fight. Another fantastic high-level chess match between the two. What kind of result will we get? We'll talk about that on Monday when we come back. The Sports Bag Bros podcast will be back on Monday, and I'm sure there's so much more that's going to happen in between time. We could have talked about it today, but it was boxing. Until Monday, deuces.
Peace.